and this demon was hit with such force that it literally folded up and started flying backwards, folded in half like this, flying backwards. And I'm just watching it fly backwards and skip off this ground that you can't see, like a stone over water. And this angel looked at me and he called me by a long name, and I immediately understood it to be mine. It was a heavenly name. But as soon as it called me this name, it took it from my mind. It called me this name to let me know that, more or less, that I still have a chance to make it into heaven. You know, like, I have a heavenly name. I squandered it. I wasted it. And if this had been my ultimate time, my last breath, for real, that's where I would have stayed. But when he called me this long name, it was a feeling of home. You know, like when your mom calls you for dinner or supper, however you want to say it, and you know that it's time to go in and eat, and you're all happy, you know, because you just stayed outside playing forever, you know, and you're about to go in and sit with your family. It was like that. You know, it was a feeling of home. And it looked at me and it began to speak to me, and its voice was like a waterfall. If a waterfall could speak, it was like a rushing sound in your ears, like shawn. And I understood later on that it was converting my understanding to understand its language. It didn't descend down to my broken language of English. It elevated me up to understand its language. It messed with my mind, for lack of better words, but it elevated my understanding. And he looks at me and he says, "Hello, my name is Michael." And I immediately knew that this was the archangel of the Bible that it spoke of, the archangel Michael. And I can tell you for certain, I've seen them both. I've seen the archangel and I've seen Jesus, and they look nothing alike. And they are not the same being. But anyway, he said, he began to speak to me, but I got distracted by this demon that had gotten back up and was coming back after me. It was coming back to get me. And it was coming back to fight this angel for my soul. And so I turned back because I knew that it was coming. I'm sorry. So it was, this angel was still talking to me, so I wasn't really listening to it. I was too focused in on this thing, and it was getting bigger. It was running back after me, and it was getting faster, and it was getting bigger, so it was coming back after me, you know, from this great distance that this angel hit it. And so I looked back at him like, whatever you got to say, please just hurry up and say it, and if you're going to get me out of here, please get me out of here. You know, and this is what I was literally thinking. You know, and he just looked at me and he gave me a saddened look, and he looked at me and he just goes, "Your time has not yet come. It's time for you to go." And he points his finger, and when I stepped in that direction, my soul immediately went back to my body. Just as fast as I had appeared in this place, I left this place, and I was back in my body, laying on that cot where I knew I should have, my eyes opened. And it took me a good 20 minutes to get to walking again, simply because my entire body had fallen asleep. And I'm almost certain that after having been dead for 8 minutes, that there must have been angels there jump starting everything in my body again, because there would have been no blood flowing anywhere.